Some heavy news about our roads. It really is quite distressing. But now, some good news at this time of year, when sadly our emergency rooms are busy with road accidents, drunken fight victims and other violent incidents. Netcare 911 critical care teams and helicopters now have portable ultrasound devices on board. This can help with the diagnosis on the run, essentially, allowing the waiting medical teams at the hospital to prepare for the patient when they're en route in an ambulance. I'm joined now by Charne van Berg, Netcare 911's Critical Care Operations Manager. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, this sounds amazing. Technology always astonishes me. So talk to me about how exactly this device works. What can it detect that wasn't perhaps possible before with paramedic teams?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. Okay, so just to give some background, so previously we had an ultrasound on the helicopters. We didn't have any of it on our other critical care retrieval vehicles, but I can show you. I've got one with me. So this is the device.
Wow.
Very nice.
So tiny.
We can, yes, it's amazing though. So this connects via Wi-Fi direct to your cell phone device. Then obviously with the ultrasound, we look for any internal injuries without exposing the patient to any radiology. So excellent device. It's compact, it's portable, it's easy to use, connects in less than a minute. So very, very, very nice to use. Then another nice thing about this device is the fact that we can obviously see everything that's going on your cell phone device. You can take a screenshot, you can save the whatever you have found and send it to the trauma surgeon or the surgeon awaiting our arrival. So obviously with this being said, we have very limited space in our helicopters, limited space in our ambulances and in the fixed wing. So this is, helps a lot. We can do it en route while we are busy loading the patient into the helicopter. We often do hot loads. Just to give you some background on that is while the blades are running, we load the patient. So it's so quick to use, easy to use, that in that few minutes that we have on the ground, we can detect internal injuries, let the trauma surgeon and the emergency department team know, and they can prepare bloods, they can prepare intercostal drains, they can prepare theatre. So this is an absolute greatness to our world.
Yeah, a real lifesaver. I mean, so you mentioned that there were there were these types of scans available on your helicopters, but it sounds like these ultrasound devices are now available even in your ambulances, but they're also smaller and they're attached to a cell phone, so you can send all those images. I'm wondering how many you have and whether you have any real-life stories of how they've helped your paramedic teams.
So just to compare it with the previous scanner we had, previously it was quite big. It was it was obviously connected with a wire, difficult to use. It took some time to connect and to set up. So with this device, it's quick and easy. Then yes, we've purchased 10 around the country. So we've got the ultrasounds in KwaZulu-Natal, Cape Town, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, and then on all our critical care vehicles. So this is quite an exciting journey to start. Some real life stories, we've only recently launched it. So we're waiting for all the exciting stories. Where we save lives with this device. Obviously, this is not just to diagnose, but it helps our diagnostics and it guides our treatment.
Yeah, and I would imagine that in a critical situation like that, every second you can save could mean the difference between life and death. If you can do that ultrasound scan while they're on their way to the hospital, and the doctors and nurses have that information already processing it and what it means, it could actually save someone's life. I mean, it's absolutely astonishing in how it interfaces with a cell phone. I would imagine that your paramedics are very excited about this new piece of tech. Are they already really under pressure this holiday season? And the reason I ask this is because I've just spoken to public officials saying that in Gauteng alone this month, 47 people have already died. This is just in, I think, Johannesburg alone. 47 road deaths in Johannesburg alone since December.
100%. There's already a lot of pressure on us with this festive season. I think the more pressure is moving towards the coastal areas, especially with people traveling towards that side, traveling and going on holiday. Gauteng, I mean, the pressure is always high in Gauteng.
Yeah, this is true. You're quite right, because Road Traffic Management Corporation is saying Gauteng is a real problem, also a problem with pedestrians, which can cause horrific accidents. Well, good luck with those machines that are now in your critical care units, your ambulances. Really amazing technology. That, of course, was Charne van Berg, Netcare 911's critical care operations manager. 10 of these units shaped this size that can do an ultrasound on the go. They can pick up internal bleeding, internal injuries, get that information to the hospital, perhaps even have a theatre prepped for that person. Could save their lives.